Okay. Good afternoon, class. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Sir Venru. And today will be our demonstration teaching number one for the fourth quarter. Okay, so for our lesson for today, digital archive, and our focus is storage devices. And for our learning outcome, our focus is learning outcome number two for stored finished work. To be specific, we have learning outcome 2.4, organized finished work for storage. Okay, so for today, we will be focusing on different storage devices after we finish our output. Okay, so before we go to our lesson, let's watch first this video. Okay, question. Using a word, can you briefly describe what the video is all about? Can we have your answer, John? Okay, very good. It's about organization. Thank you. With the video is all about a different organization or organizing in a kitchen. As we saw in the video, it's about organization of a different kitchen items, kitchen utensils, and how she properly stored her groceries. Okay, so it's very important for us to organize our items for easy retrieval, especially for those items that we're going to archive or to store in longer period of time. Okay, so same with our same with computer or in illustration, we have to store our files properly. Why do we have to store these files? So that we can retrieve these files when we need them. Okay, so this is what we call or a process in storing or archiving of different artwork is what we call digitization. Okay, so what do we mean by digitization? It is the process of converting conventional physical formats such as paper, parchment, images, film, sound, and video into digital copies. Many libraries are beginning to digitize their collections in order to protect originals from normal handling and provide greater access to collections or react to technological change. At present, we have a variety of storage devices. So basically, when we say digitization, it is a process. It is a type of process wherein we convert physical artwork, physical copies of different papers or different materials to video or digital copies. Ayan. So pwedeng yung physical formats, we have some examples such as paper, parchment, images, film, sound, and video. And then digital copies, we can make it as a picture, a PDF, or a video. Okay? Now, what's the purpose of digitization? Ayan, so as we read here, many libraries are beginning to digitize their collections in order to protect originals from normal handling. That's number one. Okay? When physical copies or printed materials are prone or are usually touched by different users or different person, it is prone to breakage. So um, the the paper or the physical copies will deteriorate because we are handling old papers or old materials. Next, provide greater access to collection. Nowadays that we are in a pandemic, we most of the libraries are closed because of health protocols. And since the pandemic, we have lack of access to different library materials. So one way to provide greater access is to digitize these materials. a lot of physical libraries started to invest on different online platforms, meaning they transform from physical libraries to online libraries. And then the last function or the last objective of digitization is to react to technological change. Okay, so we said earlier that we are now in a digital age, so meaning most of our materials are, or most of our users are actually technologically adept. Okay, so meaning they are more into technologies rather than going to physical libraries. Okay, so that is what we mean by digitization. Now, in digitization, we have to know this terminology, storage devices. Okay, so these are any hardware capable of temporarily or permanently storing information. They are also known as digital storage media, or storage medium. Now, the two main types of storage devices are primary or secondary. Okay, so basically, storage devices are any physical devices that are capable of storing information. Okay, so we have a lot of storage devices such as flash drive, hard drive. Yeah, and those are some common examples of storage devices. Now, going back to the two primary or the two main types of storage devices, which are primary and secondary, the first one is primary storage, or what we call the main memory. It usually refers to RAM, or the random access memory. So, meaning the RAM is the primary storage of a computer, while the secondary storage refer to any external memory, secondary memory, or auxiliary storage. A storage devices, or sorry, a secondary storage device is a non-volatile device that holds data until it is deleted or overwritten. Now, the main difference between primary and secondary storage is that when the computer is running, okay, the files are usually, or the program files are usually saved in primary storage or in the random access memory. Now, when the computer shuts down or stops its operation, anything or all of the files in primary storage will be deleted because it's just a temporary, quote unquote, it's just a temporary storage. Okay, so now when we save our file in our hard drive or flash drive, those file will be saved even if the computer shuts down, because hard drive and flash drive are secondary storage. So meaning when we shut down the computer, all of the files in the secondary storage will not be deleted, as opposed to primary storage, where when the computer shuts down, those files will be deleted. Okay, so basically, don't worry. Most of our storage devices are considered secondary storage, and your files will be safe from deleting. Okay, so now we have different types of computer storage according to their technology. The first one is magnetic. We also have optical. Next is the flash memory, and then the last one is online and cloud storage. Now we define the first one. Magnetic storage devices. It is one of the most popular forms of computer storage today. This technology is usually found on very large hard disk drives or hybrid hard drives. From the name itself, magnetic storage devices, it's a storage device that uses magnetic as its base technology. Okay, so meaning this storage device has magnetic aspect of the hardware. The first one, or the main type of the magnetic storage device, is what we call the hard disk drive, or the HDD. A hard disk drive, sometimes abbreviated as a hard drive, HD, or HDD, is a non-volatile data storage device. It is usually installed internally in a computer, attached directly to the disk controller of the computer's motherboard. Now, when we say non-volatile, it is what we explained earlier, no? That when the computer or the power shuts down, the computer or the files will still be there. Okay, so ibig sabihin, when the computer is turned on, the file we can still retrieve the file. Okay, so that is what we mean by non-volatile. Okay, so it is usually installed internally in a computer. So meaning inside the system unit, the tower case that is beside the desktop. That is what we call the system unit. Inside there, we can find the hard disk drive. Sir, question. Hard disk drive is considered as magnetic storage device. Okay. So what part of hard disk drive is the magnetic part? Okay, so I'll show you this one. Ayan. Okay, so as you can see, this part of the hard disk drive, this circle, this disk, this is the magnetic part of the hard disk drive. So that is why a magnet should not be seen or put beside the computer system unit or the hard drive itself, because the magnet will destroy the hard disk drive. Now, when the magnet, and especially when we have a big and strong magnet, um, most likely all our files will be deleted. Okay, so because this part is the magnetic part of the hard disk drive. Okay, so also we have another type of hard disk drive. Basically, it's a hard disk drive, but we call this external hard disk drive. Like this one, I'm holding right now. Okay, so why is it called external hard disk drive? Basically, it's a hard disk drive that can be inserted in the system unit or in the computer. So we can find this outside the computer system unit. That is why it is called external hard drive. Okay, so that is what we mean by external hard drive. Another type of magnetic hard drive or magnetic storage is what we call the floppy disk drive. A floppy disk drive, also called FDD or FD for short, is a computer disk drive that enables a user to save data to removable diskettes. Although an 8-inch disk drive were first made available in 1971, the first real disk drive used were the 5 and 1/4 floppy disk drives, which were later replaced with 3.5-inch floppy disk drives. Today, due to their minimal capacity, computers no longer come equipped with floppy disk drives. Few companies make floppy drives now. Okay, so this is the, as you can see, this is the save symbol. Okay, this is what we call the diskette. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, a diskette only has a capacity of 2.14. Wait, let me just verify it. Okay, so floppy disk drive or diskette has a maximum capacity of 1.44 MB or megabytes. So basically, we can only save a document file. So as opposed to usual flash drives nowadays that we have 16 gig, 32 gig, 128 gig, and so on and so forth. Okay, so imagine we use floppy disk drive before, and it has only a capacity of 1.44 MB. So imagine how many floppy disk drive do you need to save a bigger file back then. Okay, so sir, what part of floppy disk drive is the magnetic? So if you destroy this one, or if you open the diskette, you can see a disc-like magnetic film. Okay, so basically it's like a CD, but the component is a floppy. When you say floppy, malambot, soft-like texture. So um when you do this with that floppy part, it will go on a waves like structure because it's a floppy part of the material and it's magnetic. It's like the texture of an acetate, okay, a plastic film, or like a magnetic ribbon inside the cassette tape. Yan. That is the texture of the floppy part of the floppy disk. Okay, so ayan. So where is the floppy part of the floppy disk drive? This one. So inside of a floppy disk, this is what I'm referring to when you destroy the diskette. This disk-like item or disk-like part is what we call the floppy disk drive. Okay, so when you insert it inside a floppy drive, it will turn on and start rotating. Okay, so next, those are the different magnetic types, the hard disk drive and the floppy disk drive. So the next type of storage device according to their technology is the optical storage device. Another common type of storage is optical storage, which uses lasers and lights as its method of reading and writing data. From the name itself, optical, optics, meaning light. Okay, so the main technology used in this type of storage device is laser and light. I think alam naman natin yung pinaka-common example. We have the CD or the CD-ROM. CD-ROM, short for compact disc, read-only memory. It is an optical disc containing audio or software data whose memory is read-only. So basically, we can use the CD once. So when we burn or when we save data here, we cannot use the part wherein we save or the file is already consumed. A CD-ROM drive or optical drive is the device used to read them. And then another type, the two types of CD is the CDR or the recordable and the RW or the rewritable. So in the RW, since it is rewritable, we can delete and then we can save another file in there. Next, we have the DVD. DVD, short for digital versatile disc or digital video disc. A DVD or DVD-ROM is a disc capable of storing a significant amount more data than a standard compact disc. If I'm not mistaken, a compact disc only has 700 megabytes. So basically, we cannot save a movie. It's the reason why most of movie available is in DVD. Because if I'm not mistaken, 4 gig. 4 gig is the capacity of digital versatile disc. DVDs are widely used for storing and viewing movies and other data. DVDs have different capacities as well. Okay, and then the last one is the Blu-ray disc. BD, short for Blu-ray disc or BD-BD-ROM, is an optical disc format developed by 13 consumer electronics and PC companies. BD can store up to 25 gig single layer disc, 500 gig on dual layer disc, and are the same size as a standard CD. The Blu-ray disc and drives are an upgrade and replacement to the CD and DVD disc and drive. Okay, physical wise, CD, DVD, and Blu-ray disc have the same size. So meaning they uses the same size of disk drive or the drive, the hardware wherein we put this disk. However, the main difference among these three is that their storage capacity. CD is around 700 megabytes. DVD is around 4 gigabytes, and Blu-ray disc is around 25 gigabytes. Okay, so those are the main difference in optical storage devices. And the CD-ROM, DVD, and Blu-ray disc, again, the main difference is their storage capacity. Okay, so the third type of storage device according to technology is what we call the flash memory devices. Flash memory is a non-volatile computer memory. So meaning when the computer shuts down or when the power was turned off, the files inside the flash memory will not be deleted. It is an integrated circuit that does not need continuous power to retain data. Flash memory has replaced most magnetic and optical media as it becomes cheaper because it is the more efficient and reliable solution. Okay, so integrated circuit. When you open the computer or the motherboard, you can see their green board. Green metal plastic type of material where you can see gold lines or lines there. So that is what we call the integrated circuit, those green boards. So basically inside a flash memory device is an integrated circuit wherein we save the file there. And Since flash memory, from the word itself, flash, we can save files quickly. We use this nowadays more often than magnetic and optical media. Although magnetic storage and optical storages are still present and they are not still and they are not yet obsolete. Okay? However, we use flash memory usually because we have a flash drive, save, quick storage devices. Question: what do you call this device? Okay, very good. This is what we call a flash drive. Okay, this is not a USB. This is a flash drive. However, the correct term for this one is USB flash drive. USB stands for Universal Serial Bus. It is the port that is used by the flash drive. This one, the rectangular one. This is what we call the USB. And the device itself is what we call the flash drive. So basically, a USB flash drive is a type of flash drive that uses USB as its port. Okay, but the most common term is flash drive and not USB. Okay, so flash disk drive, alternatively referred to as a USB flash drive, data stick, pen drive, memory unit, kitchen drive, and thumb drive. A jump drive is a portable storage device. It is often the size of a human thumb, hence the name thumb drive, and connects to a computer via USB port. So it is called flash drive because we can save files there quickly. Another type of flash memory device is the SD card, short for secure digital card. The SD card is one of the more common types of memory cards used with electronics. We have three versions of SD card. We have the SD, the mini SD, and then the micro SD. I think we are all familiar. We are all familiar with this one. Micro SD is what we use in our phones. This mini SD is what we use in digital cameras, and SD among the three, this is the not most common type of SD card. And even myself, I don't know where to use the SD size na SD card. Okay, so this is the secure digital card or the SD card. And then the last one is the memory stick. It is the proprietary Sony memory stick was first introduced by Sony in October 1998 and is a flash memory card used with Sony digital cameras and other Sony products. Today, Sony digital cameras use SD and SDHC B memory cards and with no new cards being released since 2010. The Sony memory stick will most likely be discontinued. I haven't seen this one personally, but basically it is like an SD card with different size physically. Okay, question. Why is it called flash memory? Anyone from the group? Okay, very good. It is called flash memory because it is a quick type of storage device. Okay, so from the name itself, um, we can we can bring this anywhere, even the size of our pockets or size of our phones. Ayan, so we can insert it somewhere. Ayan. So question. When you upload videos in YouTube, where do you think these files are being saved? Anyone from the class? Okay. So in flash drive. Okay, thank you, John. Yes, Carl. Okay, very good, Carl. When we upload videos in YouTube, these files are being saved in the cloud. So basically, we use cloud storage devices. Now, this is the fourth type of storage device according to their technology used. Now, storing data online and in cloud storage is becoming popular as people need to access their data from more than one device. Now, there is a term we call cloud computing. It is a term used to describe services provided over a network by a collection of remote servers. This abstract cloud of computers provides massive distributed storage and processing power that can be accessed by any internet connected device running a web browser. Basically, it is called cloud computing because the term used is upload. So basically from our laptop or from our device going up to the internet. Cloud, another term for cloud is internet. Okay? So for easy explanation, let's watch this short video.
Wow. Am I in heaven?
No, my son, you are in the cloud.
The cloud? Wait, you mean like where I store all my pictures and videos?
Yes. You know, not everything needs to go in the cloud. By the way, your password? Way too easy to break.
I don't want to be in the cloud anymore. Back in the day, we used computer hard drives, CDs, and even floppy disks to store our data. Nowadays, however, we have the cloud. Woo! The future! But what is the cloud? Or more importantly, where does all of our stuff go? Cloud storage is essentially a virtual locker where you can remotely stash any of your data. So are all of those cat photos just hanging around up in the sky? Not quite. When you upload a file to a cloud-based service like Google Drive or iCloud, that file gets copied over the internet into a data server. Database servers are actual physical places where companies store your files on multiple hard drives. Most companies will have hundreds of these servers, known as server farms, spanning across multiple locations. So if one happens to get hit by an asteroid, you won't lose your data because it'll be backed up at another location. This is referred to as redundancy, and it keeps your data safe from being lost. Chances are you're already utilizing cloud computing if you use services like Gmail, which connects to Google Drive. Storage on Google Drive starts you at 15 gigabytes for free, but can be increased to as high as 30 terabytes for $300 a month. Services like iCloud, Dropbox, and Microsoft OneDrive offer similar monthly fees for higher storage capabilities. One huge benefit of cloud computing is that you can access data on any internet-capable device. And these days, what isn't connected to the internet, am I right? Also, remember a couple episodes ago when my computer exploded from that secret message I got?
Hello, Armand. This message will self-destruct.
Without the cloud, I would have lost all my files. Luckily, I backed up my hard drive the night before and was able to restore everything. Oh. This is getting really expensive. Of course, not everything is perfect, and there have been some problems with cloud storage in the past. In August 2014, a major iCloud hack led to the leaks of hundreds of private photos from various celebrities. Also, who could forget that terrible Cameron Diaz and Jason Segel movie? Ugh. However, cloud computing can be a great solution for freeing up space on your device, creating a seamless way to access your files, and a pretty good safeguard from the total destruction of your hardware. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Also, get your head out of the cloud. Leave a comment below. Let us know what you like about this show and what you want us to explain next. Wow!
Okay, so from the video, the question is it safe to use cloud storage? What's your answer here, Aaron? It is not safe because of the privacy issues. Yes, thank you, Aaron. How about you, Clarice? Okay, very good. Thank you. It is safe to use cloud storage because of their device or their privacy. How about you, Clarice? Okay, it is safe for Clarice to use cloud storage because the capability of the technology companies to provide safety and secure storages. Okay, so thank you. Okay, so nowadays we can still consider the cloud storage as a safe storage. So those issues with regards to privacy issues or leakages are just um, isolated cases. So it is basically a small percentage of your data being leaked to the public is a short percentage compared to your data being secured and safe. Okay? Okay, before we answer this one, let's go back here in our definition. Okay, so basically, a cloud computing is a type of storage storage process wherein from our laptop or our device, our phone, we upload it to the internet. Hence the name, that's the reason why it is upload, going to the cloud. Okay? So the data is transferred to from our laptop to the internet and then from the internet going to the server. Okay? Those big offices, big companies that has a multiple of server farms. Yung server farms, basically a collection of big storage devices. Okay, so next, when we download it, when we download file from the internet, from their server farms, going to the internet and going down to our laptop. Okay, so don't be confused with that one. Upload from the laptop to the internet, download from the internet to the laptop. Okay, so parang laptop to the cloud, upload, cloud to the laptop. This is what we call download. Okay, so that is what we call cloud computing. Basically, when we access YouTube, we are using cloud computing because the other term for cloud is the internet. Internet, short term for interconnected network. Okay, from a laptop, it is connected through wire or through our Wi-Fi router, and then the router is connected to the internet service providers such as PLDT, Sky Cable, Skyline, Converge, and then those internet service providers will connect us to other internet service providers and to other servers as well. Okay, so which is better, physical storage or cloud storage? Yes, Trisha. Okay, very good. According to Trisha, she is more into physical storage because she can quickly use the file because she will not be able to use internet. Okay, thank you, Trisha. Next, James. Okay, thank you, James. According to James, cloud storage is better than physical storage because he uses many devices such as his iPad, his phone, and his laptop. Okay, so it's very convenient to use cloud storage if you have multiple devices. So you don't need to use flash drive just to transfer files from another device. Okay. How about you, Patrick? Okay, very good. According to Patrick, it depends on our situation and depends on our needs. That's very good point. If we want our files to be quickly used or quickly retrieved, we can use flash drive. We can use physical storage. Most especially if our files is used most of the time, we can use physical storage. And we can use cloud storage if we will be storing them permanently or for long periods of time. Or we will be used as what James said, we will be using this in different devices. That is easy to use. Now, when we use Google Docs, yan. So Google Docs is one example. If we are editing our thesis, our research paper, it is it is easy to use cloud storage or cloud devices, especially when we are collaborating with our group members. Okay, thank you everyone for your answers. Yan. So question again, why are there so many different storage devices? Anyone? Okay, thank you, Clarice. Okay, so according to Clarice, we have different storage devices because we have different needs. And each type of storage devices has different strengths or different pros and different cons as well. So, example, if we're using video or if we want our video or vlog to be shared to other people, we are using cloud storage. It is very inconvenient if we are using a flash drive, wherein our vlog is copied to the flash drive and then from the flash drive, we are distributing it to other people. Yeah. So it's easier to use cloud storage. Okay. Another example is when we are saving a movie for mass distribution. So it is legally the context is legal mass distribution. So we should use compact disc because it's the most suitable type of storage device. Okay, so I hope we learned something today about different types of storage, and it is important for us to know when and where to use each type of storage devices. Okay, so for our activity for today, for our asynchronous task, we have 3 learning tasks. For learning task number 1, group it. The direction will be below is the pool of storage devices. We have 10. Organize the different storage device according to their form or to their technology used. In a short bond paper or in a paper, you do this activity. So we have CDRW, the OneDrive, DVD, HDD, Blu-ray disc, Google Drive, 3.5-inch flash disk drive, Messenger archive, flash drive, and SD card. So these 10, which among these 10 storage devices falls under magnetic storage, optical storage, flash memory, or cloud storage? So again, identify or classify these 10 storage devices if they fall under magnetic, optical flash, or cloud storage. For learning task number 2, guide questions. The direction is answer the following guide questions on a piece of paper. Number 1, what is digitization and what do we mean by storage devices? So we discussed earlier what is the process of digitization and what are these storage devices. For number 2, what are the types of storage devices? Okay, and then number 3, what is the difference between optical storage and magnetic storage? Number 4, among the given storage devices, which do you prefer to use in storing your important files? Explain your answer. Question number 4 will be more of a personal question. So it's a case-to-case scenario. And number 5, why are there so many storage devices? How will it help you in storing your data? So we answered this question earlier as well. And for the last activity, you complete me. The direction for this activity is complete the table below. Given each situation, choose a specific storage device that you will use to organize your files and explain your reason why you use such storage. You can write as many storage devices as possible on each item, provided that you will explain your reason. Okay, so we have a table below. The first column is the situations or the items. Second is the storage device used and the reason for you. And the third column is reason for using this storage device. Let's say, for example, wedding photos. Your situation is you're going to store wedding photos. Which among the storage devices that we discussed is the most appropriate to use? And identify your reason. Should we use floppy disk drive for wedding photos? Should we use cloud storage for wedding photos? And you have to reason it out. Okay, your answer here will depend on the correctness of your reason. Okay, so for recap, our requirements for week 1 is learning task 1, learning task 2, learning task 3, and then the assessment quiz, matching type A and matching type or multiple choice, the test B. Do we have questions? Okay, so I guess the lesson is clear for today, that the activities instructions are clear, and we'll be seeing each other next meeting. Goodbye, everyone. Stay safe and have a good day ahead.